Alright guys, Scion here. We had a video already talking about what I liked. Now, there's only 3 things I dislike in this game. This video isn't going to be that long. But the number one thing that I dislike, we're going to start with number 1 off the bat, is the fact that there is no analog in this game. There needs to be analog movement. And the reason why I'm actually saying this, the reason why I'm doing this video is I sent the other video towards Nintendo and, you know, the makers of the game. I'm gonna send this one too. You're gonna see a tweet basically going out for this one. It needs to be analog movement because this game is actually pretty good when it comes to controls, but the fact is that we're stuck to the controls on the swipe toggle, and that really shouldn't happen. We should straight up have, I'll bring it in. We should straight up have this. This should be in motion in this particular game. It shouldn't be swipe because it's too inaccurate. Swiping is a problem across multiple platforms, along with the phone, along with the actual, like you can see my keys, that I have other keys for the actual attacks. I use those tab, Q, E, and R. I use those right now. But as far as movement, we're stuck towards the swipe and everything else. If we could actually have the analog movement, this game would be way better. The scores will be higher on Google Play. A lot more people play. I have friends who won't play this game because of the movement, and I can't say anything to them because it is kind of trash. So that's the number 1 thing that they need to actually work on. Number two, it depends on who you ask, but me personally, I feel this is a problem because it encourages leeching. Leeching is the dirtiest thing that you could possibly do in gaming, and it's always a problem. Like people even try to encourage other people to do it. Be like, hey, you know, hey, like let's just pretty much, if you guys want to come in and join or whatever else, everybody just join. Now here's the problem with that. In certain fights, let's go find the room. Let's go limited time. In certain fights, you can't carry people. And on top of that, it increases the chance that they're gonna die or get hit by something. Like you can't put, and especially in a game where number 1 that I just mentioned is a problem. Anybody who's good at the game, like when you're stuck actually swiping whatever else, if the game just doesn't respond, and sometimes it doesn't because lag happens, you're gonna get hit and you're gonna die. Especially if you're like 5,000, 6,000 and special or expert. There's no reason for people that low to be in there. So my problem with that now is that they need to actually put a limit where people can actually come into this stuff at. I don't think 7,000 is too unreasonable. You need to be 7,000 to get into expert, and you need to be 9,000 or maybe even 10,000 to get into special. I think they should have that limit on this. They probably don't because they didn't know where the power level is and all this, but anybody under 7,000 is not doing enough DPS on this particular boss to actually beat the enrage timer. This boss has an enrage timer, especially if they start dying and people start dying. If you had too many people within it, like you're basically down there doing it yourself. People are like, oh, well, I'd be like 5,000. I know the iframe. I'd be like wanting to smack those people to the thing. Like you're not doing enough DPS. Stop lying. Stop being out here telling people that you're doing enough. You're not doing enough DPS if you're 5,000, 6,000. You're just not. Especially if you get hit and you start losing characters. And then somebody was like, hey, you know, if you have like an all-water team, then you're... No! Because if you ever look at the AI, it doesn't matter if you have an all-water team or not. They don't do anything. The only person that's actually doing the DPS is the main character that you are controlling. They do the most DPS and all that. The rest of your team probably does between 10 to 20% of the DPS in the fight. You do the other 80%. So all that other BS talking about the water team is important. No, it's like, no, it's not. No, the hell it's not, because they don't do anything. They stand there. They get hit. They just, like, if you look at them majority of the time, they don't do shit. So how does it even matter at that point? I put all water in there, and it didn't matter. I still did majority of damage. I actually put a DPS counter on there, and it does not matter. It doesn't matter. It is what it is at that point. The third thing that's in all this is the summons. The summons, what needs to happen in the summons is the Wyrmbinds and the dragons need to be one summon and the characters need to be another. There is more than enough between all of that they can be separate. They can't be together because that is why the rates are so trash. If they do that, everything will be fine. It'll be good across the board. Nobody will have any type of problems. And we'll be good all the way around. So other than that, that's all I really got for you guys. It's just those top 3 things. Again, 25,000 subs. We are almost there. We're just under it. And there's going to be pretty much what we're going to go from here is like I'm going to have 10 winners this month instead of the normal 2 or 3. It's going to be 10. So I'm giving away free games and I'm giving away the actual Marillus action, which I'm using right now to actually record with this. So there's going to be 2 of those. And I'm giving away the Knights Chronicle Mina statue that Knights Chronicle sent to me. So there's going to be a lot of winners this month. And I'd like to thank everybody for who's been subscribing and coming through. And there's just going to be more giveaways going forward. So those are my 3 things. I'm going to be adding this again to Nintendo and the developers, and hopefully they listen. And, you know, give any of the things in the top 3 that I would like to actually be changed. I hope that they actually fix. So catch you guys later. Peace. And also let me know in the comment section what you don't like or what you dislike, and maybe they'll see it. Maybe they'll, hey, we'll put that in the patch, because they're pretty good about fixing stuff. So later.